Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Right, I'm watching 10 things what will happen when the Queen passes away. Let's just get right into it.
London Bridge is down. That is reportedly the code that will trigger the plan of action and events that will follow Queen Elizabeth II's death. It will be a dark day. The Queen, the oldest surviving monarch in the world and the longest reigning Queen of the United Kingdom, will have died. I'm Rebecca Felgate, and here are 10 things that will happen after Queen Elizabeth II dies. Coming in at number 10, Charles will become king. The throne is never left unattended. In the event of the Queen's death, Charles will automatically become the king. He will be proclaimed King Charles III the day after his mother's death in a ceremony at St James's Palace. He will swear to protect the church, and then he will head off on an immediate tour of the UK, visiting Edinburgh, Cardiff and Belfast. He will then meet with the leaders of the devolved governments. As Charles is sworn in, the UK will now know a new queen, Queen Camilla, his wife. There are likely to be mixed emotions about this. Coming in at number 9, the Prime Minister and the Commonwealth will be informed. Immediately after the Queen's death, the Prime Minister of the UK will be informed. She or he will then inform the 15 governments outside of the UK where the Queen is head of state. Then the 36 other Commonwealth nations for which the Queen is a figurehead will be informed. Commonwealth countries include Australia, Canada and New Zealand. Coming in at number 8, the news will go out to the public. The Queen's death will undoubtedly make global headlines. News is likely to spread pretty fast and will officially come in 2 forms. The royal family's official press, Clarence House, will provide a press release to all news sources. Traditionally, the BBC is the first to hear, although it's unlikely that they will receive such a benefit in modern times. Meanwhile, at Buckingham Palace, a footman dressed in black will put up a black-edged notice on the palace gates. The royal family website will be turned black, and news reporters will also wear black on camera. Of course, all news publications in existence will have their Queen eulogy on file and will have practiced for this exact scenario. It's just good journalism. Radios will change their regular programming, broadcasting services and more frequent news updates. The BBC, the UK's public broadcaster, will not run any comedy on their main channel, and they will change their scheduling to accommodate breaking news. BBC radios will play only appropriate music, and news will be read every 15 minutes. Coming in at number 7, we have Parliament will be recalled immediately following the death. That's right, immediately following the death of a monarch, Parliament will be recalled, so this is both the House of Lords and the House of Commons. If the Parliament is on recess, MPs will be expected to make their way back to London. If the Prime Minister is not in London, they will also be expected to return as a matter of urgency. It's likely that parliaments in other Commonwealth countries will meet too. Coming in at number 6, there will be 12 days of national mourning in the UK. The Queen's death will trigger 12 days of mourning in the UK, as well as other likely mourning periods in Commonwealth countries. On the day of her death, flags will fly at half-mast, and a lot of businesses will send their employees home. The royal parks will ban all games, and some international and national sports may be called off. For those that aren't, the national anthem will be sung at each match. The Queen's funeral will take place 9 days after her death, and in the mourning period, outpourings of tributes are likely to be made. The stock market will be closed on the day of the funeral, and perhaps for more days in the mourning period. Her funeral will be a national holiday in the UK, and may also be a holiday in other Commonwealth countries. So this brings us to the funeral itself, coming in at number 5. If the Queen dies abroad or elsewhere in the UK, there are transportation plans in place. Ultimately, she will be taken first to Buckingham Palace, then she'll be taken to Westminster Hall, where she will lie in state until her funeral. As she lays in state, the public will be able to pay their respects with huge footfall expected. The funeral will take place at 11 AM at Westminster Abbey, with around 2,000 invited guests inside. This will include officials from across the world. Her body will be taken to Windsor Palace later that day. As her coffin travels by road, a lot of people are expected to turn out to watch it go by. Next up at number 4, she will be buried in a vault at Windsor Castle. The royal household will travel ahead to Windsor Castle, and they will have a private ceremony as the Queen's body is descended into the royal vault. Coming in at number 3, money would change. Somewhere along the 10-day timeline of events surrounding the Queen's death, the order for new money to be issued will come in the UK and all Commonwealth countries that use the British monarch on their cash. Eventually, coins and notes with the Queen's face will be replaced with that of King Charles III. Now, this next point is pure speculation, but a lot of people are suggesting it could happen. If it did, it would be the the most dramatic event. That's right, coming in at number 2, we have the possible breakup of the Commonwealth. Australia's Prime Minister and opposition leader both want the country to be a republic. If Australia did become a republic, it is possible that New Zealand, Canada, Bermuda and Barbados and the rest of the Commonwealth countries may wish to follow suit. It's also quite likely soon after that Charles will tour the Commonwealth to try and consolidate his position. Finally, coming in at number 1, we would have a period of reflection. After her death, there will come a moment of national and international reflection. Queen Elizabeth II has seen much change over her reign, and sadly, not all of it has been good. From a country with an empire to none at all. From a country number 1 on the global stage to one of decline in national power. Britain's position is not the same as it once was. The Queen has lived through a lot, and I hope that her reign continues to see international peace and that she doesn't have to witness the breakup of the United Kingdom. Whatever anyone's thoughts on the Queen, she's been a strong woman and a unifying force for a country that finds itself less unified by the day. So guys, that was the top 10 things that will happen when Queen Elizabeth dies. I for one love the Queen. Let me know what you think to her in the comments section down below. For now, I'm Rebecca Felgate. This has been Most Amazing Top 10. Make sure you give this video a good thumbs up, share it with a friend and stay subscribed for more lists just like this coming at you every day. I will see you next time.
Right guys, that was about the Queen, whenever she passes away, and those things will actually happen, but until then, we'll take it day by day. Right, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and peace.